Will he exit the political scene or not? Well, that is the question from a cross-section of Kenyans following Raila Odinga's appointment as AU Special Envoy. But it is an appointment that has thrown many of his political opponents into a spin, with some insisting that the former premier should hang his political boots. But as Enock Sikolia reports, Siaya Senator James Orengo says nothing stops the ODM party leader from vying for the presidency in 2022. Take a look.
By virtue of his appointment as AU Special Envoy, Raila Odinga's stature has been elevated to that of a continental statesman. The former Prime Minister has now joined a list of former heads of state and senior government leaders on the continent to be accorded such status. At home, his appointment has been received with mixed reactions, with a host of Kenyans suggesting that this could be a signal of Odinga's exit from the local political scene, given the continental task ahead. So what do his confidants and foot soldiers in parliament think about this?
Those kind of appointments do not affect whatever else one is doing. There must have been some consultations, and it must have been made clear to the AU that that appointment would not lead to Raila's retirement from politics. I think it speaks more about his stature.
So mambo mengine ni gumzo mtaani tu.
As a special envoy, Odinga will have offices in Nairobi, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, South Africa, Nigeria and Egypt. The ODM party leader will also mediate in peace negotiations and conflict resolutions across the continent as he seeks to steer infrastructural development. This has prompted the question of whether or not he will be able to effectively run his party and put up a well-oiled presidential campaign ahead of 2022 should he choose to vie.
So the kind of political time that is required would not adversely affect Raila's commitment to whatever is required to do, either as a leader of the opposition, leader of NASA and the ODM, or as a candidate in the next presidential election. I don't think it will affect at all. So I don't think anybody should be worried about that. Least of all, Raila Odinga, whom I know can chew gum and walk at the same time.
Since President Uhuru Kenyatta and NASA leader Raila Odinga agreed to cooperate and work together for the betterment of the country, a lot has changed on the political scene. The recent appointment of Raila Odinga as a special envoy of the African Union Commission has left many Kenyans guessing what his next step could be on the political landscape.
Junet Mohammed, the minority whip in the National Assembly, disputes any notion about Odinga warming up to retirement.
Dr. Dlamini Zuma, she was the chairman of the AU for 5 years, I think for more than 5 years actually, for 2 terms. And she was a high-ranking member of the ANC party. In the presidential contest nominations in the ANC, she lost by a whisker. She almost defeated the president, Ramaphosa. So there is no higher calling than to your country.
Some Jubilee legislators want Odinga to hang his boots at home and concentrate on his newfound job.
It is up to the Kenyan people, and the people more so who believe in the leadership of Raila, to decide whether they still want him to lead them or not to lead them.
People think that there's going to be a space and the job is going to be easier for them to rise to the presidency with Raila out of the scene.
But when the time comes for politics, then ODM as a party, NASA as a coalition, will decide which way to go.
Enock Sikolia, Citizen TV, Nairobi.